Zach Perry here, the Fortune Firm. We're going to talk to you about something a little bit different. See, I've been getting so many questions about this Mandalorian guy behind me, and just everyone wants to know. I'm just kidding. Have you seen those TikTok videos where the guy's talking and his wife's in the background and he's like, people just want to know about my routine. You know, I get up at 6 in the morning and, you know, I hit the gym first thing, and she's in the background going, what? Anyway, no one's asked. But I assume you've noticed, and maybe you thought, hey, that's kind of cool, or what is that? So I'm going to assume you've asked in your mind, even though you're not actually asking me out loud. So here's the thing. Big Star Wars fan. When I was in high school, I liked Star Wars. I think every kid liked Star Wars. Unless you were a Trekkie, then you had an illogical reason not to like Star Wars. But anyway, I actually got into Trek, Borg versus, the Cube versus Death Star arguments, or Darth Vader versus Spock. Really ridiculous because there's really no competition. Although if you can make a movie where Batman can beat up Superman, I guess anything's on the table. So I'm in high school. USA, the channel, would play Star Wars every Christmas, like the trilogy back to back to back. And that was something I liked to have on the background. It was kind of a fun tradition. I was in, I think, English or history one day, and one of my friends was reading a Star Wars book. Actually, he wasn't my friend. I didn't know him, but we became friends because I approached him. I said, hey, Samir, what is that? What are you reading? He's like, oh, there's a book about Star Wars. It's like, well, what else is there to write? The Death Star is destroyed. The Empire's dust. He's like, oh, you poor thing. Anyway, so he let me borrow the books. It was the Timothy Zahn Heir to the Empire trilogy. I read the books. I was like, wow, this is cool. So then I started reading all the books, and I've got all the books. If you watch some of my videos on my author channel, you'll see, I think some of them have shots of the bookshelf, all my Star Wars books. Anyway, so I started getting into Star Wars, and that just became my thing. And so now that I'm older, I've totally outgrown it. Actually, no. Now I have money, I can really feed the beast. And my office at work is very much decorated in Star Wars. The main reason for that is that I am married. And my wife, she has a say in what happens in our home. And in this particular instance, she made it very clear that I was no longer welcome to expand my Star Wars collection at home. She said it very lovingly. So now my office is very much Star Wars. So that brings me to this Mandalorian. So the Mandalorian comes out. When they first released the costume, I thought, oh, that doesn't look as cool as Boba Fett. It's all chrome. It looks too clean. It's not really Star Wars is about gritty. But then I started watching it, and anyway, I love the costume. And so I was like, I wonder how much it would cost. Because growing up, I always thought it would be cool to own a Stormtrooper outfit, like a legit Stormtrooper outfit, and I never got one. And then I was like, I wonder how much. I wonder if I could get one of this. So I start looking around. There are some people on Etsy. That's their full-time job, right? I bought this from some guy in Puerto Rico who that's what he's doing in his shop. He's creating professional movie prop grade armor and the flight suit and the leather, everything on it, right? So we'll show you a picture of the whole thing. I know you can't see the whole thing here. And so I ordered it all, paid a lot of money for it. This guy in Puerto Rico, it took him, I think, like 10 weeks to make and send it to me. It was all sized to me. I get it, and it didn't have a helmet. I was like, what? So I had to look into this. I realized that he didn't list that it was going to have a helmet. He didn't say no helmet included. In the picture, it had a helmet, so it was a reasonable mistake for me, and I since updated it. But in any case, that's beside the point. So I get online and I ordered a helmet. And this one I ordered from I'm reviewing. I want to make sure I get the best helmet, and the best one looks like it's some guy in Russia making them. And so I hired some guy in Russia to make my helmet, and that was in November. He ships it in January. I get the dang thing in March. It was very frustrating. But let me show you this very cool helmet. It's fun. So I got the Mandalorian helmet. Okay. It is a resin that has been 3D printed and sanded and painted. And the detail on this thing, if you look close at the seams, you can see what looks like an accumulation of dust, right? Very cool. If you look at the inside, very comfortable looking. If you put it on, very comfortable. Can you hear me? It's very comfortable. I can see there's a heads-up display that tells me how far away. I'm just kidding. It doesn't have all the tech, but that would be cool. And so the next thing I bought was a voice modulator. So it's a little headset, makes me look like I'm in a boy band, and I put the helmet over it, and then I hide it at my waist, and then it'll actually change my voice and make it sound metallic. If I had thought ahead, I would have brought it and I would have played that for you. But with the voice modulator, I can sound, it gives it that tinny Star Wars voice like the Stormtroopers and anyone in Star Wars who wears a helmet has. And so that's a little bit of the story of the Mandalorian. The mural behind me I designed on Photoshop, and then I had printed at one of these online print places. It's an adhesive wallpaper. So I have the background mural. I have ordered Grogu, the child, also known as Baby Yoda, a museum grade prop where they actually it's a latex head, and they take little strands of hair and they feed it in there. I mean, it's like legit, supposedly. I don't have it yet. I ordered it last year and it's supposedly coming. And then I will have the full on Mandalorian with the background with Grogu at his side. And that is a showpiece. If you are ever in Las Vegas, or if you live in Las Vegas, swing by. I've got a client in Utah who's heading up for the weekend, and this afternoon he wants to come in. He wants to see it. So he's going to bring his kids. It's like a little museum. Has nothing to do with what I do other than to say, hey, I'm successful. I make money. I can do whatever I want without my offices. And when people come by, they love it. In fact, I've got a lot of people. They'll come in. We do trainings and stuff, and they're like, hey, do you mind if I take a FaceTime with my kid, or if I send a video, a Marco Polo of all this to show my kid? Absolutely. It's great. And maybe one day I'll show you some other stuff we have going on here. But today, it's the Mandalorian. So, that also explains my sign-off, right, a little bit. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. My name is Zach Perry. That's all I have for you today.
May your fortune be with you always.